I think I'm on the right path, and I'm doing a hell of a job trying to get out multiple videos a day. Of course, high quality Let's Plays, good recordings, and some custom things to make you interested. But yeah, that would be just completely awesome. I think I'm on the right path because my channel already has monetization enabled. I made an update about that 2 updates ago, and I thought that was pretty interesting. That's a new feature. But it's kind of disappointing because I noticed that it takes even longer now to get my videos monetized, whereas before I would only have to wait till they hit about 401 views. This is only for the blogs and vlog videos, because any video that has game footage, which is mostly what I do because I'm an LPer, I can't get monetization on that because I don't have the rights to the game. So all that copyright bullshit plagues my channel every day. But it takes longer these days, I've noticed. I guess because it's a beta feature and they're just releasing it out to certain YouTubers, because Matt doesn't have one, surprisingly. And I don't understand that. He's got more subs and videos than I do, and he's been on YouTube longer. It kind of really sucks. But there's a partnership app. I just caught that as I was scrolling through this retarded chat that keeps glitching up to the top every time I want to scroll a little. Yeah, it keeps like going up there or down there. Just going to leave it where it was. Copyright, yeah, the copyright issues. The copyright issues are strange. They really need to be updated. There's a lot of things that need to be updated as far as our laws go, our legal system, our crime system, criminal system, military, monetary. That's the big reason I created DeoGenZ's, and we're not going to have enough time to talk about all that, so I'll leave that for future videos. But we need a lot of editing to those laws. The fact that what I do right now isn't considered my own creative content, it's completely ridiculous. What I'm doing is essentially going on for a talking show, but I incorporate education about something you're interested in. And it's about a product that you bought. It's not even about something that's free to do, like how to brush your teeth, the best way to get all of the plaque out. It's a tutorial that's free. It's something to help you that you bought, and it's enhanced, not enhanced, inherently, I don't know why I said enhanced, inherently unique to every LPer, so long as they do commentary on it, because you're getting someone else's unique opinion, and their own personality, of course, leaches into that. You want it to, because you're going there for a commentator. You're going to that Let's Play to be entertained. To some degree, at least. I know that all the Let's Plays I watch, Chugga Conroy, JX23, sometimes SSOHPKC, not as much as I used to. I used to watch his Mario hack videos because I had time. Now I don't have time, and he makes too many videos anyway. But I go to those people because I think they're great personalities. I think they're cool as heck people, and I'd love to talk to them in real life. That's why I go to those videos. It feels like I'm being a part of something indirectly, which I'm sure is what you guys feel to a certain degree when you watch my videos, and even more so when you come on the live casts. I know who Eminem is, but I don't like his music. I think he's funny. I'm not one of those people who thinks he's a poser because he's a white rapper, but I just think his lyrics are funny. I can't take him seriously. I don't listen to many pieces of music these days that have vocal parts in them. It's odd. I really stick to mainly instrumental nowadays. I don't know. Well, as you could hear from the beginning of this live cast, it's mainly dubstep. I'm all about the dubstep now. First of all, you can find tons of dubstep free by artists who are just out there trying to get their name recognized. But yeah, I don't know enough about Eminem to talk about him with any great detail. But the few songs I have heard just make me crack up. I think next week what we're going to do is fuck the cross transceiver and just go to Skype. Because that's definitely going to work. I've done that before. In fact, that's how Nintendo Radio was built. Interesting thing about Nintendo Radio was that it was started with me and another guy who lived in Seattle, Washington. I don't know if it was Seattle, but I know he lived in Washington. And I'm in New Jersey. That was across the country that we did that podcast, and it went for 100 episodes. And that was really excellent. That was my first debut on the internet as some kind of personality. But as far as dubstep goes, I don't know what it is, but the frequency of the dub, here, I've got it on paused anyway. That's not so much a great song. But I'm still just going through a lot of dubstep that I downloaded. You can find it at random places online. And if you get, well, I mean, obviously you don't want to just get a Droid for this, for dubstep, but there's a lot of great applications for the Droid. There's dubstep, there's Resco Radio, and all those things can keep you in the loop of music. Actually, I said that earlier in the PokeChat, I believe. I said that because of my diet, or I have this diet partially because I want my body to be like Speedform Deoxys. Yeah, it is. It's exactly. I told you that it's my dream in the future to have prosthetic tentacles attached to my back. And the only thing is I would need to control them. I wouldn't just have dead tentacles on my back, but I'd want tentacles on my back. If the science is available, I will be the first guinea pig to have tentacles come out of my back that I can control. I would definitely be Deoxys. I actually was thinking about getting a tattoo. The only problem is that I'm too big of a pussy to take that kind of pain. I know myself. I'm just gonna, like, halfway through the thing be like, ow, 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 alright, stop, too much. And I don't want the tattoo to come out all strange and wonky. It'd be strange in a release. Well, I would make sure that the girl I'm with is into that kind of thing first, before sticking my tentacles where they don't belong. But the kind of tattoo that I want to get is my symbol, my logo, which is, yes, based off of Deoxys. And, oh, yeah, that's perfect. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Yeah, I should explain why my name is DeoGenZ. What it stands for is deoxyribonucleic acid of the Generation Z. I consider what I am, and everybody here, on Generation Z, the Internet age, the technological age. And so our DNA is epigenetically changed in these times, as with any when you have different stimulus in an environment. Before I continue onward with my explanation of what my name is, let me clarify anything you guys don't understand. Do you know what epigenetics is? Deodorant generation. Okay, what epigenetics is your environment having an effect on your genes. This was recently discovered, I think, about 2 years ago, and it was discovered in lab rats that the actual genes, when you look at them, they will change. Different points, different receptors in the gene can be turned on and off to have different traits, and it can have different effects on the organism overall as far as survival goes. But when you're in an environment that, for example, they did with the rats, baby rats were separated from their mother, and the control group was the rats that weren't separated. So what was witnessed was that the baby rats who were separated were a lot unhealthier, more prone to disease, and a whole bunch of other interesting gene things, gene switches that were flipped when a simple change like their parental figure being moved out of their lives. Or anything, they were being fed and well kept. It's just they didn't have their mother to do it. So something as simple as a person leaving your life who had a great influence on you has an effect on the genes. And so people who are good at running or are good at whatever they do, to a certain extent have really changed their bodies to be that way. I know, it's intense. And it really changes up the whole idea of what genetics are about, because before it was this lockdown system where you had no choice, it was whatever your parents decided to throw together, and that's you. But now we have power, or we had this power, we just didn't realize it. But we have the ability to make ourselves better at so many other things on a genetic level. With this idea of an epigenetic change with my generation, the epigenetic change is technology. And it's this great connection that no one's ever had before. This connection to everyone and everything at all times. That's what DeoGenZ is. This is why I'm DeoGenZ. I live as an example, so I want to be the change. Be the change you want to see. You know that? I'm sure you've heard that phrase uttered by phony politicians, but that's a very true statement when it's not meant to win votes. It's really, if you want to see change, be the change. And live your life as that. Live as an example and let people know what you're doing. That's one of the greatest things about the internet, is now someone like me who, I'll tell you this, I've been in my home for mostly this year. I should better explain that. I'm pretty much in my house for this whole past year. This whole past year I've kind of been like a monk. And all my friends are off to college while I'm back in my hometown with nothing going on. So I haven't gone out to I never went out to any clubs before, but I don't go out to any clubs or anything like that. I don't see people of my age group anymore. The only time I get communication with others that are not my direct friends that I keep in touch with are by talking to you guys. That's how I meet new people, is through the internet. And it's pretty cool because you can be broadcasting your ideas and opinions and what your life's about, what the example you're living is all about, all the while being in one spot. Being in a stagnant location doesn't mean that your ideas can no longer travel. It just means that get a Wi-Fi connection, because this is where you're going to start broadcasting. But still, we've never had such a time in our lives where we can have so much influence. I think people feel a bit cynical and disheartened by the way that our politics work and how unfair and unjust a lot of the systems in our world are. I think people feel disempowered by that. But I want to come to you and tell you, it doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't. We've got so much more power than people of the past. It's overwhelming.